During the third millennia, in a strange place known as the United States of America, a war was brewing. Brainwashed Marxist idiots in colleges across the nation clashed with equally brainwashed, anime-obsessed neo-Nazis. Starbucks windows were shattered, Dodge Challengers were totaled, and Muslims realized that rental vans were cheaper than plane tickets. Skinny, anemic millennials from coast to coast were hospitalized with life-changing injuries such as sprains and first-degree burns. And the heroic knights of 4chan rose up to defeat Shia LaBeouf and drive the evil villain into a descent towards a madness the likes from which he would never recover. As the enemies of freedom destroy the cities that raised them, as America begins to resemble an Iron Maiden album come to life, two heroes have risen up to fight against the culture of utter madness and restore sanity the only way they know how, by refusing to take any of it seriously. Mersh.
And I said, hey, oi, let's chop your penis off. Oi, can I have me penis back? Why do you have dreadlocks, you white oppressor?
Royce Lopez.
Always be aborting. A always be aborting. Always be aborting.
Breaking news.
Breaking news,
You're
guys.
hearing it only on our show first. Apparently Donald Trump has worked out a deal. He will get the wall. Unfortunately, it's going to be a rock climbing wall.
Oh, no! The other side's going to be a slide. You climb the wall up and you
it's getting
lands into a nice, clean, chlorinated pool. And then you immediately get a welfare check. Fucking A.
Oh, shit. He was a boy, he went to girl, now he wants to be a boy again.
Oh, God, just stay a girl if you're going to be this indecisive.
I think Caitlyn Jenner's a handsome woman with a great penis. Look, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with trannies, I just don't want to put that one's cock in my mouth.
Bound forever by their mutual love of smoking marijuana, Simpsons references and affection towards Alex Jones, these two men have joined forces to bring you uncut news and opinions directly from the belly of the beast. Saving Western civilization one childish dick joke at a time, here they are, your new heroes of the Imperium, Mersh and Royce Lopez.
Oh, snap, boy. What up? It's all a new episode for you, folks. The very first episode of Revenge of the Sith for the month of November 2017. We are the official show of the meta right. We are the propaganda wing of Microsoft Zune nationalism. And I believe we've recently started advocating for just rounding up baby boomers and putting them in camps. Regardless of race, creed, sex, sexual orientation.
Just all boomers?
Yeah, they've all got to go now. No more all caps hashtags. You guys are the worst human beings, I think, on the face of the earth, and I think we can all agree there. We are the right-wing comedy show that is dying for a taste of some of that Robert Mercer money. I'm Mersh, and with me, of course, the man with the plan, the face that runs the place, Mr. Royce Lopez.
Howdy, y'all.
A little too early for claps.
Too early. And by the way, someone pointed out that our intro did predict the terror attack.
Yeah, we've, fucking, He Will Not Divide Us is still going on.
Yeah.
Everything, it's still topical.
Prophetic Revenge of the Sith?
Still topical. Islamic terror, still topical, 17 years later.
Is that a good thing?
No.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. That was a good thing.
Terrible thing. Could you imagine if Hillary were president right now?
No, I really can't.
Neither can anybody else.
I mean,
neither did more than 50. Neither did the entire electoral college.
I mean, the problem is that she said that she was going to go as they asked where she was going to go for as Halloween, and she said she was going to go as president. And I mean, no, because listen, I'm not saying Trump is great, but she would have been easily more impeachable. Like the stuff there's so much more stuff on her than anybody else.
Yeah, but here's the thing: if she had been elected president, she's an establishment person. We would have never known.
I agree with that.
We would have never
I
known.
will agree with that. I will absolutely agree with that. We have a caller. Ooh, pretty early.
It's a little
Hey,
early
caller,
for
who's
caller.
this? You're on the air. Caller.
Hello. Well, that went well.
All right.
That's a good way to kick off the show.
Maybe-
Always good to, just charge right in, just T-bone the
Jesus
fucking
Christ.
intro.
Anyway.
And then say nothing. But yeah, I don't think Hillary would have been, we would have never heard about it. Because look, Obama did a lot of like literally not borderline criminal, but straight up old school Chicago political boss style illegal shit when he was president. We're never going to hear about it. He's too well liked. He's too establishment. And everybody, now if Trump even, if Trump farts and doesn't say, sorry, pardon me, like it's going to be a 5-day scandal in the top, front page of the headlines. But, they wouldn't have been out to get Hillary, and she would have been out there. And if anybody wants to imagine what Hillary would have said about the New York terror attacks, just, watch Tonight Show with Stephen Colbert, whatever the fuck it's called. Stephen Colbert, dumb show.
No, the worst
It's
one out of all of
same
them right
talking
now has
points.
been Seth Meyers. Because the fucking arrogance of that motherfucker, the fucking guy who used to be on Weekend Update, is now talking. It's like if fucking Colin Quinn was out there talking down to you.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you fucking asshole. You're a comic like the rest of them. Stop pretending like you're the moral authority. And here's the problem. All of these people latched on to the establishment. And now that it's crumbling, they don't know what to do. They're panicking.
Oh, and also, by the way, just saying things that are snarky and following it up with, really? Really? That's not a joke. It's not a joke. You should not milk that for 10 years. You just say facts on Weekend Update and then go, really? like really? That's not a fucking joke. No effort goes into that. I hate Seth Meyers.
Yeah, no, I
I hate
agree.
that whole fucking wing of SNL, like the Andy Samberg. Andy Samberg's music videos made me laugh. That whole little quirky New York, like beta male, soy boy, manlit comedian. I fucking hate that prototype.
Real quick, if you don't mind, and we talked about it off air, but we didn't talk about it on air. The Try Guys at BuzzFeed.
We're now known as the Soy Boys.
Yes, the soy boys. They they got tired of always being called beta males and all that, so they went in and got their testosterone checked.
And let me guess, I mean, because they eat, I'm sure they eat very healthy, living out on the West Coast, probably very active gentlemen. They look like they're not in bad shape. So I'm willing to bet that there is testosterone coursing through these gentlemen's veins. Am I right?
Eugene got 363.
Ooh, that's good, right?
Well, I'll tell you. Keith got 259. Zach
right.
got 252. Ned got 212.
Okay,
right?
so and testosterone, I'm going to assume it's much like bowling. Mm-hmm. Like 300 is the most you can have, right? So I mean, Keith is like beyond.
The average testosterone from someone age, and this is their age range, between 25 and 34 is 617.
Jesus Christ!
Now, that's the average. The scale is between 300 and 1,000, right? So there's only one of them. Eugene is barely above low testosterone.
But okay, so these other guys, wait, the scale's 300 to 1,000.
Correct.
Like what, the healthy range?
Right, normal. Like you could be between 300 to 1,000 is what normal people make.
So let's say the average. All right, so going by your rating and the way you're rating this, if it were an IQ, let's say 80 would be the absolute low end where you're like not totally retarded. You can get a job. So like 300 would be like an 80 IQ. So these guys are like testosterone Down syndrome.
They're barely
basically.
men.
So stop eating soy or like maybe eat a steak once in a while. Maybe do some kind of workout that's not on an elliptical. Maybe fuck a woman once in a while and and I mean really fuck her. Like fuck her where like you make the room stink so bad that you're breathing in her pheromones. Maybe that's what you need.
I mean, so again, if you don't think that that's affecting men and affecting the way the children are, it is. It absolutely is.
That's really gross. That's like that's sad, dude. That's like if I had a little kid and he had those levels, I'd be like Chris Benoit. I'm like sticking needles and I'm trying to roid him out at 9. I'd be like, you need to get your shit together.
Every
kid.
one of them except for one qualifies for testosterone replacement therapy.
So, and they're in their like 20. These are young,
20s.
relatively healthy guys. Mm-hmm. So what is all right? We probably all collectively because of
first off, you just said we, so now I have to ban you. Go on.
Is that a word? Is that one of the buzzwords?
If you pay, there's a lot of Reddit threads now. You know the whole "we was kings" thing. If you just post "we," they will ban you. I swear to God.
Is that true?
Yep. You can look it up. It's 100% true.
That's amazing. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's so awesome. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm sorry, you were saying?
No, that's great. No, but no, I'm sure that we all banned was Kangs, but we also like probably have collectively gotten worse over the years. Like I would assume that we're probably all have way less testosterone coursing through our veins than, let's say, your basic infantryman in the Roman Imperial Army.
And you want to know why? There's a lot of reasons for it, besides obviously the food and stuff. But it's because we don't chase things to kill it anymore. We don't. Men, I'm talking about.
No adrenaline going anymore.
So naturally,
shit.
your body over time, it's like, well, these assholes aren't doing anything. That's why, like, you should always work out a little bit, because just to remind your body, oh, he's a man. He's going to exert effort every once in a while. But yeah, that and also these guys are the soy boys. They're vegans.
So I bet all the real testosterone guys are probably all in prison.
Yeah.
Like convicts probably have high test because they're probably always running from the cops and robbing a motherfucker and like, raping people, going crazy. So they're probably just like, and then all of us out here are just like, yeah, sure, I'll have another cup of coffee, please.
But my point is that,
excuse me, I asked for skim milk in mine and I was, no, but it's okay though. I'll drink it anyway.
Here's the thing. The problem is that this is what happens when you start castrating men, when you start pushing down what it is to be a man.
Yeah,
you
I
know?
mean,
Do you want any of those assholes to be the ones protecting like a woman if they're getting attacked? Can you imagine?
Oh God, it would take all 4 of them, and I would beat the shit out of all
I would
4
laugh.
of them. And still,
I would laugh.
the rapist would beat all 4 of them up and still finish on them. He might actually go, you know what? Yeah, he might stop raping the girl and just rape the 4 of them.
Yeah.
Oh, that soft skin.
The girl probably has higher testosterone level.
Oh shit, dude, that's hilarious. I mean, I don't want to look. I'm not going to stick up for these guys because clearly they're faggots. But
Whoa. Now we're demonetized. You happy? Jews. Again, it's the Jews.
no, this time it was the.
You do the point the head thing a lot. I can't keep up.
That's the whole point. You
Okay.
gotta keep up, you two.
I always assume it's the Jew thing.
No, but yeah, I don't. I'm not trying to defend these assholes, but they clearly are not. I mean, yeah, they're a bunch of queers and they're L.A. soy boy, homos. But on the top of that,
This is by the way, this is Mike defending somebody. I want everyone. Please understand. This is how Mersh defends people.
you would not want me.
This
as
is how he would defend me.
You would not want me as a defense attorney. Look, clearly this guy's a drunk womanizer, and yes, he has crashed his car into a school before, but he's no pedo. You people are trying to twist us all. No. But, clearly these guys are not killing the game. I'm sure they're not, because I'm sure the averages are a little off, too. Sure they're getting lower and lower every year. So to defend these gentlemen, it is also the fault of all of us as far as, I'm sure, video games, diet.
Agreed.
As Royce said, just kind of not having any natural predators, which is why, again, I think people in jail probably have tests running through their veins because they're always running from the cops or like an ex-wife or something. You're on the run. But yeah, so it's like partially their fault. But I mean, when we make fun of these pathetic losers, at the same time, we create these pathetic losers. I mean, all these idiots we've made fun of on this show, we made them. So we can't. America is the factory that produces this junk.
You're right.
And we can't turn around and then go, what a piece of shit.
I mean, we can watch. I could do it.
Yeah,
These guys are pieces of shit.
I guess we could still do that.
It's really look. Here's the thing, dude. They make it so easy.
Yeah, A, you guys make it really easy to make fun of you. And then B, what the fuck are you going to
They
do about
went
it?
to go check their test to prove.
I'll show you guys.
And at the end of the day, everyone that called them low T beta males was, by the way, literally right.
Bum, bum, bum. I swear. It really is. It is. It is like November 2016 every day, it seems like, in 2017. I'm starting to wonder, did we all die? Like, there was some kind of... I know it's like a big joke with all these, like, Kekistani LARPers about a timeline shift, but I'm starting to wonder if it's really a timeline shift.
Again...
'Cause it's like, how many times have people lately on that side of things been like, oh, yeah? I'll show you who's got low T. Sir, you're a 252. We recommend you immediately, like, to start today.
You will become a woman if you don't stop.
You're going to die. You're going to grow breasts. That is...
By the way, now we're all these people that are trying to give hormone blockers to kids. Why bother? That's what they're going to come out like anyway.
Yeah, seriously, just wait a few years.
Just wait a few years.
We're all going to be these androgynous, weird alien-like
Yeah.
creatures. Nobody's going to have sex. They're just going to extract things from us and put it in other versions of us.
I'm kind of looking forward to the Demolition Man sex helmets.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah, until they find a way that fucking gives you AIDS, too.
As long as I have to have sex with Sylvester Stallone, that's fine.
As long as I don't have to have sex with Sandra Bullock, I'm fine.
You would.
I'd rather
Oh,
have...
come on. 90 what? 8 Sandra Bullock, you wouldn't? Give me a break.
96 Sandra Bullock.
Speed Sandra Bullock.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I guess. I'd still rather have Sylvester Stallone.
Remember when she married a white supremacist and then was shocked that the dude was kind of a white supremacist?
Oh, my God, the biker guy.
Yeah,
the
Jesse-
choppers, the Orange County choppers.
Jesse James, right. Hi, caller. Who's this?
Oh, shit.
Hey, this is Sachimo.
Hey, what's up, dude?
I wanted to defend these lovely boys.
Sure.
Yeah. So this is just kind of just some random information, but people are vegan. They have about 13% more testosterone, right?
Mhm.
And if the average is what was it, like 1,000 to 300?
Well, 300 to 1,000, correct. And the average was 600.
Right. Okay. If the average is 600 and that's taking like the whole population. You know, that's not taking the ideal amount of testosterone.
Right.
So that means these people are select, and they're the type of people that were to be hired by BuzzFeed. You know what I mean? It's like taking a group that were selected specifically to be high in openness, which people who are liberal tend to be, or, you know, someone from LA, or, you know, just that general group, and then saying it's like everyone from LA is like this, when in reality it's just these little tiny men they hired because they're high in openness.
So what you're saying, and I think I hear what you're saying, and I think I agree with you. You're saying them being faggots has nothing to do with their eating or their lifestyle. They just happen to be faggots, and that's what BuzzFeed hires.
Yes, but
Okay.
one is they're not exercising.
That's
nearly
fair.
enough.
No, that I could tell
They
you they're
used
not.
to walk 14 miles a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, it's obviously a biased sample group. I mean, we get that. It's BuzzFeed guys. They are a bunch of, that's why I keep saying soy boys. It's literally what they are. So you know they're going to be way low anyway, but it's just, I was just saying earlier that us as a society as a whole, we are, I think, getting lower. Like, we're probably, our average probably ain't 600 anymore. It's not like they update,
I will agree with
It's not
that.
like they update those books every year.
That's
you know
true.
what I mean? So we're probably down to about a 520 right
But
now.
then I will say that I'll say that we also live in a society where if you have insurance and your test is low, you could get it fixed. You know what I mean? Like, it's not difficult. There's those anti-aging clinics you can't walk down any major street without 50.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like you can take care of yourself if you care to. And like you said, you don't even have to do that. I will agree, if you run, lift, do a push-up, like, it'll help. Anything
Dude,
like that. Or your diet. You know, will help.
You can exercise, you can eat better, you can go, like Royce said, on testosterone replacement therapy, talk to a doctor, you can go to a Pray the Gay Away camp. There's many different options that you can go. I believe, you know, all you got to do is write to the White House, and I think Mike Pence personally drives to your house and gives you a little zapparoo. And
I believe that's how it
that'll
works.
spike your test levels up right away.
I believe that's
you get
how
hit
it
with a
works.
cattle prod, you're up and moving around.
First off, Mike Pence is very handsome. That'll spike your test if you're just around him.
I love
he's
the-
like an aged Duke from G.I. Joe. And
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Who does not love the electric fence Pence? He's the best.
Oh man.
So so what else you got? You want to promote your channel on our way smaller channel?
yeah, let us help you a tiny little bit.
Let's help you out, you know.
Yeah.
Help out a starting YouTuber
no.
like yourself.
One other thing I wanted to say, or two things. One is I wanted to respond to this guy in the comment section. Brendan O'Shea says, openness is a subjective measurement versus testosterone levels is objective. Well, that's not necessarily true. If you took the entire population, you'd find that people who are at high in openness would be considered libertarian or on the left, and people who are more conservative and orderly and interested in things and less interested in people would be generally considered right. So it's not just subjective matter. Also, the thing on the testosterone, to defend it, testosterone's not that great of a thing, considering women live a lot longer than men, and if if your mission is to live longer, then you don't want testosterone at all, because it's what kills men. It's what makes us live a lot less on average. Right.
Yeah, but I don't want to be a 90-year-old with tits. You know what I mean? Like who the fuck does anybody sing glorious songs about all these great people that died of old age in a fucking state-run home? No, they sing songs about people that fucking, you know, they talk about Paul Walker and Ryan Dunn and fucking old Spartan soldiers and shit. You're supposed to die young like a man and leave the women behind to fend for themselves like a real man does. Come
Okay,
on,
Mike.
like my dad did.
Mike, I think you're projecting
We
again.
have guns. We don't need them.
You're projecting again, Mike.
We drive 2-ton machines that can get us 500 miles in a day. I think times have changed.
I still ride a horse, sir. We're in Florida.
Yeah, this is
That's
Florida,
legal.
dude. We're in the wild east over here.
You're in Florida.
Yes. Oh yeah.
God bless you.
So we're gonna have Satchmo on tomorrow as
Yes.
our guest at 5 o'clock in the second hour too. So join us for that, and we're gonna get all up to date on Dan Schneider and all
Dan
kinds of other good
Schneider.
stuff. We're gonna save that for Friday.
Yep.
Dan Schneider, the hymen divider.
Yeah, Dan Schneider. I drugged her cider. I can't
Yep.
wait. It's gonna be a good segment, and we want you guys at tomorrow in the second hour for that.
All right, man. Thanks.
Thanks for calling, dude.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, so that was these poor boys, huh? We got into them for a good minute.
Yeah.
But what happened with I heard some stuff happened today, you were telling me.
There's a lot of things happen, and the one thing that I wanted to bring up that I thought was very, very, that I thought was very important was Hillary had a secret deal with the DNC to stop Bernie.
Yeah, we know that. Everybody knows that. Yes, sir. Thank you for calling, sir. But everybody knew that. I was talking about it in my book, Rediscovering Americanism, 2 years ago, sir. Why do you get these callers? Somebody grab me another Percocet, please.
Oh, God.
And go to the... Don't get the water cooler water, you idiot. Get me the Fiji, the good stuff. God damn it.
We actually heard Mark Levin the other day call his wife into the studio to bring him a book. It was very funny.
Yeah. Like, dude, you should always... Like, even we do stuff if people are around where we're like, hey, producer guy, can you hand me that?
Yeah.
It's like, it's just the dog
Yeah.
picking something up and giving it to you. You're like, thanks. Makes it sound cool. Yeah, but yeah, so this is something that is apparently... Why is this news? We knew this.
The Hillary camp because Donna Brazile. The Hillary campaign team signed a secret agreement with the Democratic National Committee in August 2015 that helped ensure that she would win the presidential nomination over her rivals, including Bernie Sanders. That agreement said that Clinton would infuse the party with cash in exchange for control over the party's finances, strategies, future money raised, and the right to control staff, including the right to refuse the party's communications director. And aide the Clinton campaign disputed this last point, telling Vice News that DNC rejected their pick for communications director.
Do you understand how bad those last two sentences are? When you get accused of all of that and they go, well, yeah, but the communications director thing wasn't true. That's like getting caught cheating on your wife and she gets 90% of the story right, but you're like, yeah, but we weren't at that bar. We were at a different bar. So your whole story is shit.
I think this is one of the most courageous acts by DC Insider in a long time. Jeff Weaver, Sanders' campaign manager in 2016, told Vice News, I'm sure she's off a lot of Christmas cards list because of this book. And they're talking about Donna Brazile's book, by the way, like I said.
Yeah, and I just want to say, you know, I want to thank Donna Brazile for her tireless service to this country and to public service and to the media. And I just want to wish her the best in her death, in her upcoming death, suicide.
I thought she was running for mayor.
Oh, yeah, that's it's a fucking Bo Dietl looks just like Donna Brazile. I was obsessed with this the other night.
Apparently, Bo Dietl's running for mayor. I didn't know this.
Oh, my God.
I didn't know this, but you have to understand, before, in the long ago, we used to do this other show, and we were obsessed with Bo Dietl.
Oh, we sure were.
And we had no idea.
We're going to go down to the Subway. I want to see if they're slicing the meats themselves. I'm going to throw a meat slicer through a window. That guy's running for the mayor of New York.
By the way, we were making fun of Bo Dietl before anybody else was, because now it's a big thing. We were yelling when he was trying to shove a meat slicer into a Subway, when he was a fucking Subway spokesman.
Let me tell you something. Arby's is doing theirs fresh. They're slicing it right off the slice. I seen it myself.
All right. I'm going to get back to Bo Dietl. Let's finish the Donna Brazile thing. I have his debate pulled up that we're going to listen to.
Oh, my God. They both look like Bobo Brazile.
Brazile claims that upon taking the job, she promised Sanders that she would find out if the DNC had conspired with Clinton to give her the nomination. After 2 months of searching in the midst of 2016 election, Brazile says she found the agreement signed by Amy Dacey, the former CEO of the DNC, and Rob Mook, Clinton's campaign manager. Brazile recounts calling Sanders to give him the news of what she called the cancer and says he took in stride. She says she didn't go public with that information during the election so as not to hurt the Democratic nominee. Brazile's indignation at the rigged primary is a bit odd, however, since she also did her part to give Clinton an unfair upper hand during the primary. Brazile, serving then as CNN contributor and vice chair at DNC, secretly gave the Clinton campaign a heads up on the question, which everyone's been alleging forever. Now
it's not even alleged, though. It was fucking WikiLeaks gave this to you people.
What do you mean, you people? The Jews again.
But no,
you keep doing that.
But anyway,
okay.
No, they told you this. Oh, like a year ago, and everybody was like, no, you didn't. That's not even... You guys trust Julian Assange?
Yes.
Get out of town.
Hold on. Yes. Yes, I trust him, yes.
And now that she's admitting it, I guarantee you people on the left, forevermore are still going to plant it in their head that, oh, that fake Julian Assange WikiLeaks stuff. And you'll go, no, Donna Brazile admitted it. Oh, she's just a liar. Like, they're just so blue-pilled. These people should be, oh, God, they're the worst.
Brazile
human beings.
finally, by the way, she admitted this in March of 2017 in a Time magazine piece that she did share potential town hall topics to a Clinton campaign. So this has been out since March. That part has been out since March. In the same piece, Brazile claimed that the more competitive and heated the primary got, the harder the DNC staff worked to scrupulously fair and beyond reproach. But Brazile said on Thursday that she told Sanders in September of 2016 that the primary had been rigged. Apparently, that story has also changed. Asked why readers should believe claims in her book if she said the opposite just a few months ago, Brazilian representative did not immediately respond to several requests. She lied before. That's why. I mean, I'll answer it for you. I mean, maybe she's lying now, but I doubt it because it goes with everything, like you said, that Julia Assange document revealed. So
Yeah, when are you guys going to start believing him? The guy that Hillary literally said, why are we going to drone strike this guy? Like,
but
I don't
she
know.
was kidding.
Oh, yeah, I was only kidding.
So when Trump jokes around about grabbing pussy, it's a national outrage. But when she fucking jokes about drone striking somebody in an embassy, it's
In
just
London.
ha 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 ha.
In London,
Yeah.
the capital of our greatest ally. Not.
The Jews. What? I'm helping. What was it? Okay. So we kind of already knew that. We just wanted to report it. Everyone's going to be talking about it. We don't want to go too much into it because what for? We know they're fucking liars. We know they rigged it against Bernie Sanders. I mean, what else is new? Trump was saying it on fucking Letterman or whatever fucking talk show he was on. They rigged it. I mean, you know, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, go fuck yourself. And I'm launching a investigation in the middle of the show right now. I'm hearing reports that Laura Loomer's been banned from using Uber. If that's true, somebody get me some proof or a screenshot.
Something else.
I want
By
that.
the way, can you point out her fucking hysterics? The picture she posted.
She's the worst. She's got to be doing a bit. Like that's a bit. Like that's something we would do as a joke.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I saw these tweets and I'm like, that's a bit. That if Royce and I were in New York and the day that happened and the next day we were out at lunch and stuff, we would have taken the exact same pictures with the exact same slogans. But everybody who knows us would have been like, all right, they're being assholes.
Yeah.
Look at them out here breathing the same air, walking in the streets.
We would be
of the-
joking.
But she's deadly serious, it appears. That Loomer is going around like, they're rubbing it in our faces. And you're like, no, they're walking to work.
They're walking across
fucking
the
asshole.
street, you fucking dick. What is wrong with her?
Bro, Laura Loomer, from all the...
All I can think of is dirty bloomers now, by the
Laura
way.
Loomer's dirty bloomers. She's badly in need. If everything about her is to be believed and her behavior is genuinely her being her, she needs to get on medication. And that's not even doing it as a bit or, hey, let's be funny guy. You need to get on fucking medication because that's a problem. That is a problem. You're acting like a crazy person. Okay, one of the two major people who carts people around is banning you now.
You think if she stalks more people, it'll help, allegedly?
I don't think that that's going to help her.
We have to police.
All right, Leaf is sending it to me. Garrett
you.
from PolitiFeed sending it to me. I got it going to Royce right now. It is, in fact, true that Laura Loomer from NBC News has been banned from using Uber and Lyft. Both. She's banned from both. Oh my God!
NBC
this is
News, Laura
amazing.
Loomer banned from Uber and Lyft after anti-Muslim tweet storm. Conservative commentator Laura Loomer was banned from using Uber and Lyft after she posted a series of anti-Muslim tweets following the terrorist attack in New York. This is why we police the right.
Yeah,
we
let's-
have to get rid of this garbage. We're not like them. We'll stop it.
Laura, looks like you're gonna have to put those new tires to fucking good use now.
But we were talking about it off the show. It's like if you replace white privilege with Jews, so that's what you guys are doing the same thing.
It's really annoying and gross.
Obviously we joke around because we're a comedy show, but we have some people that'll be like, oh, what do they all have? Like someone on Twitter said today, like, I'm glad you guys are figuring out the Dan Schneider thing, blah blah blah, all these Jews in Hollywood, and like, No, man, fucking relax. I go, what do they both have in common? And I got to give it to Leaf. Leaf says, they're sexual predators?
Yeah, like, that's the
Stop it. It's not all about Jews. Like Mike says, we just want to stop people from fucking kids. It doesn't matter what hat they have on their head.
allegedly.
Allegedly.
But yeah, it's, could you guys stop? Because there is now this weird. Look, we have a lot of comedy fans. We have a lot of our fans that have been with us a long time, and we have friends that support the show.
Yes.
We have that core group. There are a lot of fringe alt-writers, and there's a lot of fringe, like, Pizzagate boomers. Bro, you guys got, like, I blocked 11 people last night because we were in some kind of thread. It had to go. You guys had to go. I can't have all capital letters filling up our timeline about Podesta and the connections to Disneyland and secret passages. That it's like, dude, I can't. Like, it's with you and then the other people that are like, it's the Zionist Jews, and you're like, you guys eating up our timeline with horse shit.
You're the ones that make it difficult for the real news to pick up the story.
Thank you.
Because then when they Google it, they see, oh, there's just another crazy thing. Then buried in there's some real problems, and we can't get the word out because you guys are yelling about the fucking Jews. What is wrong with you?
Yeah. You guys are literally worse than Poll. Like, I've gone on some threads on Poll where they're conducting themselves at least more originally and more hilariously than you guys are. Like, they might be racist on Poll, but they're funny about it. Like, the stuff I see on Twitter is just fucking deranged. And on some of the Facebook thread, like, some of you people are fucking mentally ill. You're not helping. Not everything is connected to Pizzagate. It's not a fucking intergalactic fucking pedophile ring. Dude, stop overthinking it. Help us with the little things. Christ. Enough all capitals. Enough. Enough with the Jews. Enough with the Hillary emails. I will fucking kill all of you people.
You know what's going to happen?
I will fucking kill you if you keep this shit up.
You know what's going to happen? They're going to cut out just you saying enough with the Jews, and I'm going to kill all these fucking people. You better get... You know that's what's going to happen. Yep.
No, it's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. Don't edit this. You can't edit this without our written and express consent from us and the NFL.
Why the NFL?
Because they need our help.
Okay,
right
good.
now.
Good goddamn point.
They haven't had a good scandal in a while. Get them involved.
Papa John's is like losing money. He's lost $70 million, I believe, and he's blaming it on the
Papa John's is losing money because their sauce is terrible. Switch up the sauce, Papa John. Stop going on your fucking safaris and figure out your sauce situation. Either add some garlic to it, a little something to even it out. It's too sweet. That's what's killing you. It's not fucking China's not killing you in trade, Papa John. It's your shitty sauce. Go fuck your mother.
Anyway,
Sorry, that was we do love you guys. We do. We love the numbers. Everything's looking good. We love
you.
the subs. You guys are great.
Patreon donators, you're the real heroes.
Yeah, you're the better people. You're the upper class
Yes.
of this whole arrangement. The rest
You're
of you
the
people.
okay. You know what I'm going to call you guys? I'm going to have a little term for you guys. You're the white people.
Yeah,
How you like that?
yeah. You're the white people of our show. In that you're hated by the rest of the
By
audience.
everybody and every other show.
Everybody bitches and moans about it.
Yes.
But yeah, back to that point. Just guys, leave us alone. If you guys, I'm warning everybody now because we're getting followers, subs. The Twitter's great. If you tag us in some horse shit,
You're going to catch these hands.
you're fucking out. You're gone. And don't go on Twitter and be like, oh, look, they blocked me, bunch of fucking snowflakes. No, it's because you're fucking annoying and weird and stupid and you provide no good information. No good information.
Hey, Mike, do they provide any good information?
No, they don't provide any good information.
You were doing the Mark Levin repeating your point thing, by the way.
It felt more almost like a dentist.
Yeah, it's
It was just a meltdown.
Started losing it.
This show is turning us into two dentists.
My rage is untethered and it has no
It's
bounds.
turning us into this.
So let's cheer up a little
What was the dentist I did the other day? Somebody said, "Oh yeah, I was the guy that was talking to you about the pedophile." I'm like, "Oh, I'm to remember every pedophile in Hollywood."
Okay. This just a little bit of the mayoral debate. We want to hear what our boy Bo Dietl's
I
talking
bet this is.
about.
I bet.
Hey!
I bet he comes off like the Churchill of our time and go.
He looks, by the way, before I press
He
play.
looks like Donna Brazil.
Yeah, he really does.
Oh my God, he looks like Al Sharpton. Bro, get out of the fucking tanning bed, dude. You're at a risk for cancer at that age.
Everyone
Relax.
knows my background. I was very honored, and that Officer Nash just is one of the New York City Police Department's heroes, and I love cops like that. He
And
ran
speaking
right
of
to it.
heroes, Arby's actually slices their meats. And Subway, they just, it comes in a package on a truck. Can you believe that? Yeah, bing.
Please, if you're in your spare time, look up the Bo Dietl Arby's commercials.
That's an old bit.
Please.
My career, everyone knows about being a New York City policeman, a detective, some of the biggest cases in New York. Security's been my life. For the last 32 years, I've been running a private security and investigation company. When this thing
I
happened,
have the Arby's account of the big beef and cheddar.
This doesn't even sound like a speech. This sounds like a fucking job app. Like, doesn't this sound like a normal day in an office and a guy's applying?
Yeah.
I did detective work for all these years, and then I did that, and then I ran a security firm, and it was great, you know, and I did all these things, and now I'm going to be a mayor. It's going to be
happened
us.
yesterday, my thoughts went back to 9/11. I was there on
Of course
9/11.
it did. Every mayor
milks
New York-
that. Jesus Christ, stop it.
I was there the day of the towers. I was on the what they did was I was on the Brooklyn Bridge where they stationed me.
Right.
They were blocking traffic. They wanted me over there. I'm the real hero.
Speaking of heroes,
Speaking of heroes, have you heard about the Arby's slices the roast beef right there in front of you? I threw a meat slicer through a Subway window just to make a point. Oh, fuck.
When those buildings came down there, Commissioner Kerrick was down there with me, and I was with Bernie Kerrick down there, and I'll never forget that. What we have to have is an
He
effective
doesn't. You know what I
community
love about Bo
relation. But as
Dietl?
far as-
He
Everything.
talks about something, but he never elaborates on it. He doesn't paint a picture. He doesn't know how to use words. He just is like, yeah, I was there. I was there with Bernard Carrick. All of us were down there. It was, we were there. And then, 9/11 and what have you. He doesn't just, the buildings, they came down and whatnot.
I believe.
This fucking guy. These 19 sorties, these Dune coons, they get on the plane and they got a box cutter. They cut the pilot's throat.
Here.
My name is Bo Dietl. I'm a retired New York detective, and I'm slicing up the truth about freshness. A lot of people think the meat in this sandwich is sliced up in the back of this store. Let me show you where the
Can you
back...
pause this?
Of course.
Hey, Bo, you're a former detective, right? New York City, decorated. You have a natural instinct for investigations, right?
Oh, by the way, freeze frame kid strikes again.
Yes, you're the best at this. All right, back to the point. You got this natural bloodhound-like instinct, like a real cop. You're over there, you're poking around, traveling to all these subways, and you were looking into their sliced meats instead of like, I don't know, Jared. That was your big investigation? You might have wanted to maybe do a different investigation, Bo.
Yeah. Why don't you look at the fresh meats that Jared was going after?
Listen, I just want to say something over here. Before I become mayor, I was a great investigator. At one point, I actually led the second most notorious case of Subway. It was the second most controversial case in Subway history. That's Bo Dietl, number 2 over here. There was another thing with some kids, though.
back really is. This is where they slice the meat. Iowa.
It's also where Jared bangs all his kids.
They fucking flew Bo Dietl out to Iowa.
What they do is they truck in the meats with the trucks, but there's a hidden compartment with holes poked in it, and there's a bunch of kids back there. Jared goes back there and just has a go at them.
I don't think that's
A bada bing.
just okay.
Boppity poopy.
Just because you say bada bing at the end, I don't think.
Sorry.
A little more? Yeah, of course.
That's a long walk for a turkey sandwich.
Arby's slices fresh in store, not in a factory. The new Grand Turkey Club, Arby's.
This man wants to be your mayor.
So that's what your big investigation uncovered?
This man wants to be mayor.
Bunch of kids getting fucked.
Oh, no,
all
no,
around
my
you, Bo
friend,
Dietl, and
my
you're worried
friend.
about the sandwich meats. You're the world's that. Going back and watching that in retrospect now, you're just the worst, the worst detective alive.
You know what came out since then?
The Bo Dietl fuck kids.
No, might be worse.
Oh no.
Bo Dietl did an entire investigation for Arby's.
I was mugged 500 times. I used to put myself in harm's way.
This is what we
to
watched.
make the streets a better
Oh, yeah, you're
place and to get to the truth of things. I lived and breathed being a cop and a detective.
By the way, so far this is better than his debate.
It is. It's actually
a better
yeah,
intro.
you should have hired the fucking
Should've-
Subway
should've
director.
hired the Arby's guy.
You could have been like, who was the second unit guy that did the Subway commercial? Get that guy on the political ad. And get me some more bronzer.
I loved it. I loved helping people. Those are the same things that made America what it is today. We help those who have less, and you have the freedom to speak.
This is an Arby's commercial.
Oh, I know. I remember. Dude, this was...
No, I'm just reminding you.
This was, like, the amount of effort that went into this. Because I remember when these ran. Remember these ran for a while, and they were like, fucking... Do you understand how much 90-second spots cost in prime time when you're just running these things? Like, it was run like a mini film. And all the time, Jared was banging kids.
If I have to eat, if I have to eat at Arby's, then I will not vote for this man. I won't do it. I don't care how much undercover. And by the way, they sent him on an undercover investigation, and he's driving a fucking Dodge Caravan.
This is my first order of business as mayor in New York. We're going to tear down the mosque at the Trade Center. We're going to replace it with an Arby's. Huh? Good work. That's still better, I guess.
All right, I'm not going to go through this whole thing. You could look it up. Look up Fifth Circle Bo Dietl Arby's. You'll see our whole thing on this. It was not that long ago, actually.
Yeah. I'd post a link in the chat, but then you wouldn't be watching this show.
Yeah, watch this show.
Watch the show.
Okay, I'm going to give you two things that we could do before break. You get a pick. All right? I'm
not sucking your dick, bro. You've tried this before.
I'm going to give you two different things to do before the break. We could either play Corey Feldman on Dr. Oz.
I have a feeling that we might want to save that.
Or we will. Or if you want. Or we could play a leftist gets triggered by the Dukes of Hazzard car at a car show.
Dude.
Okay?
You want to do it?
Let's do it.
All
Duke-
right.
Dukes of
Breaker one.
So this is leftist gets triggered by the General Lee from the Dukes of Hazzard. All right? Let's play it.
This racist car.
Okay, first off, I'm already triggered by the way that she's holding her phone.
With not one but two Confederate flags on it.
This
It's front and center. It's the first thing that people see.
A car can't be racist. It's an inanimate object.
Tear down this monument to bootlegging.
It's front and center. It's the first thing that people see when they walk into this festival. And this gentleman here wanted to educate me on the Civil War. What do you have to say?
Lady, first of all, why don't you calm down, all right? And if you've got a problem with how the General Lee is designed, why don't you take it up with Cooter?
Yeah.
Because he's the one that painted the car 557 times on the show. Oh, I hate these people. This car represents genocide. I bet she says that at some point. This fucking coos.
Say about that? Yes, and I'm educated enough to know that's the side that lost.
If you'd like to make a spectacle, I can take your picture right
I'm not making a spectacle. Let me tell you what I want. Let me tell you what I want.
She's going to tell you what she wants.
What she really, really wants?
Yeah.
I'll
tell you what I want, what I
wanna-
really, really want.
Are gone. I want it out of sight. It does not belong here.
If you want to be a racist, you gotta leave the fair. Chase you out of this car show.
You've spoken. I would like to speak one question to everyone.
No, because I'm parking it. That's not. I don't want to make a spectacle.
Just like yourself.
But you're making a spectacle, you dumb, stupid, retarded cunt.
Okay.
Stand in line up right behind.
Okay. because everyone can hear you, dude.
You know what would have been great is if she's like, I don't like your racist car. You know what? You're a white, you're a Nazi. And if he just started going like, this is how you know it's a big tell when he starts trying to debate her, but like breaking down the differences. Now, ma'am, no, what you're doing is you're unfairly labeling me. There's a difference between Nazis and fascists. And you see, if you knew I'm actually a Southern nationalist fascist Confederate. You're like, all right, God damn it. You're not helping. This guy has no teeth. He likes the fucking Dukes of Hazzard, you dumb bitch. How do you not it's the most famous car in the history of cars.
Seriously, you're not winning here. That's the side that lost. It represents lynching and death of black people.
The car didn't hang anybody. It's a car from a TV show.
Dude, I don't understand. Dude, when you start complaining about cars from 70s shows, you've gone over the edge. There's no saving. This is why I know, and I get fucking shit for it all the time. Repeal the 19th. It would solve a lot of issues. I'm serious. A lot of this hysterical shit is either feminists or soy boys. You know what? I think we should test your estrogen levels. Depending on your estrogen levels, we will rate you how hysterical you are, and certain people just won't be allowed to vote. Because this person should not have a voice.
They hung our people some fucking trees and got eyes bug out.
General Lee himself is actually the first person in the South to actually have a black educated school.
General.
But that is actually true.
It's actually true.
I mean, he's not wrong. The guy's wearing a Transformer shirt.
Although it doesn't help that usually the people that know these true facts also happen to hate black people.
That is fair. That is also fair.
You know what I mean? Like they'll make this completely elegant debate, and you're like, well, that's sign at the end. They're like, yeah, and he's goddamn on his shoes, and you're like, oh, you had her on the ropes. Why'd you do that?
Oh my God! In Canada, people are defending Confederate losers. Who? General Robert E. Lee? Everyone knows. Anyone who went to high school, you fucking numbnuts. This is racist. They lost.
By the way, she's screaming. There's children around. She's screaming and cursing in front of children.
That's okay though, because she's doing
the
it
car
in the name of
that
justice.
the car that the kids really that's not going to offend them. What's going to offend them is a crazy bitch who's just screaming outside at somebody because of a vehicle.
Well, yeah, and that's all it is, dude. It's
It can't hurt you. I mean, it can, I guess, if it's a Challenger. But, it's not gonna.
This does not belong
they're
here.
screaming. And like you said, cursing and making a scene. What is all the children there, including probably the 9 different ones from different dads that she's probably got off camera with her. What kind of lesson are they learning when they see you behaving this way? As opposed to just the car being parked.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you that's one of those things a kid like Royce said wouldn't even notice. They
No,
wouldn't even see it.
at
They'd be
all.
like, wow, cool car, and they walk away and they
Yeah.
forget it. Like that fucking Confederate flag is going to be burned into their brains forever, and they're going to grow up to be evil Nazis. Ooh.
In a festival full of people of all colors. I will, because this will be up, and guess what? We will find out who this car belongs to, and I'm already asking all the businesses to know that this car is parked in front of their company.
The car belongs. The car belongs to the Duke boys, actually.
Yeah, Bo and Luke.
Thank you.
You can look them up. Sometimes you can find them hanging out at Cooter's shop.
Yeah.
And then if not, they're usually jumping haystacks or fucking getting, pausing in midair while somebody narrates. Well, it looks like them old Duke boys are advocating for white Sharia again.
Oh, my passion.
Look at this guy trying to be reasonable, by the way. This is my favorite part. He's trying to be reasonable with her, and it just to show you, it doesn't work. Reason doesn't work.
When
Watch.
every woman is spurging out in public, there is always some guy on the clock that you feel bad for. There's always some dude that has to show up and go, hey, look, could you just...
Yep.
Look, I gotta... It's always a maitre d' or a guy running a car show. Look, lady, could you just... It's just
Please,
a car.
come on, ma'am.
We're just looking at cars.
Ma'am, why are you yelling at me?
Why do you Asperger having
By the way,
people have to ruin everything?
Again, these guys, all they want to do is this guy drink his beer, check out the cool cars. That's all he's doing.
The entire...
I'll tell you what, I would rather, if I had children, and Mike, I don't know how you feel, walk around and with these guys drinking their beers in their cars, than be around this bitch for 5 minutes.
Yeah, no, and this is why I don't believe the left. When the left tells me, "Oh, well, we advocate for equality and for," no, you don't. You don't want equality. I would understand if the left genuinely wanted to give as much as possible to everyone equally. But with the left, it's all autism based. It's more about taking away pleasure from people than it is actually assigning it somewhere else. It's like communism with food. We're going to take food away from you, but somehow it's not going to end up anywhere else we just want you to not have this joy. That's all it is. Who gives a shit about this fat idiot with no teeth spit and dip on the ground with his dumb car?
And then they use, and Mike and I were screaming at it, and then they use the Star Trek argument, like, well, in the perfect Roddenberry Star Trek universe, money is a thing of the past. And I mean, no, money's why you have a cell phone, you asshole. Money's why the Enterprise was built, you fucking shithead.
Yeah.
No one's going to go, hey, you know what? I'm going to build a starship instead of just, playing video games all day. Money doesn't matter.
Currency will always be a thing. Now, whether it's minted or whether it's just power and trading favors.
Or hand jobs.
But that's what I mean. You don't think fucking Captain Jean-Luc Picard wouldn't trade a few replicator credits for a handy once in a while? Of course. He'd be like, yo, Dr. Deanna Troi, get in here. Let me get a little something, and then you can go have some key lime pie or whatever the fuck you want to use your, go on the holodeck.
She's been with Riker, so she probably has space aids and shit.
I don't care, man. For a little bit with time with Deanna Troi, I'd give up an hour on the holodeck.
Yeah. But the thing is, she
Or
can
you can
sense
go-
your feelings, so she's going to know you don't care about her cat story.
Okay.
Okay, let's play a little bit more of this guy being reasonable.
Oh, my passion.
By the way, sorry, Mike's laughing because we're actually really bigger nerds than you know. And that was a really good Star Trek joke.
Sorry.
Okay, sorry. A little bit more. This gentleman trying to be reasonable here.
Okay.
Okay, I apologize for the profanity. That is right. But it's a little bit personal for me.
Why is it personal? Because you're a black lady?
Or no, I don't even know what color it is. Let's just assume it's because she's a woman.
Okay.
And because everything's personal.
Everything's You're right. Good point.
I've run into women 4 years after I first met them and had them yell at me for not holding a door for them once in high school.
What?
Get over yourselves.
Seriously?
No, I'm kidding. But you guys really do.
I believe it.
You guys really do hang on to shit, though. But you see how you believe that?
I did,
because
yeah.
it's believable when it comes to women.
Every guy has had a chick walk up to him that's nuts and blame you for something you did 7 years. And you're like,
I have had women yell at me in their late 20s
Yeah.
for cheating on them in high school or something, and you're like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Like, my buddy had to remind me who you were as you were approaching.
Yeah.
It's not for me. It's not feeling. It's not about history lessons. It's knowing that people who look exactly like me and my son died or murdered because of that flag.
All right, well, a bunch of people that looked like me died in a potato famine, but it doesn't mean I don't like to enjoy some French fries once in a while, you stupid bitch.
Yeah, and I have to walk around every time I go to cover these SJW rallies, seeing fucking people with Chase shirts that fucking literally killed people in my fucking country. That's why my family fled, and I'm not screaming in their fucking faces. You fucking dumb bitch.
Yeah, you really are the worst.
Stop making it all about you. Nobody cares but you.
Do you understand?
There's other black people here that are around that don't. Later on in this video, the reason I want to get to it, she tries to pull in this other black guy who's walking by, and he's like, I don't care. You'll see. It's great.
This is like the kind of thing, and again, it's with the left. If we all acted like people on the left do, like everybody who has my kind of 85% Irish blood would just be fist fighting every English person with English blood, not letting shit go from the 80s. It's like, dude, stop. Get on with your lives.
It has no place here, and it's the very first car people see when they walk in. It has no place here, and it should be moved. And trust me, if it is not moved, this video is already on Facebook, but if it is not moved, there will be a letter writing campaign.
Oh, God, not a letter writing campaign? What are we going to do? No one cares anymore. Your threats don't matter. You've become worthless. Your threats don't matter anymore. Nobody cares. You can call people whatever the fuck you want. Nobody cares.
Start a fucking change.org petition. Nobody gives a shit.
Fucking Christ.
Dumb bitch.
Campaign to this Highland Creek heritage.
You know what's more disgusting than that really cool car? Postmodern art. But we have to walk by it every time we go down a major city. We have to fucking spend federal money to have somebody piss in jugs. I mean,
hey,
come
look,
on.
It looks like the teardrops coming down through the thing. Okay, that's not art.
That's not art.
Put
It's
a fucking
garbage.
statue there. Put a statue there of a great man. That's what belongs. You know what? Every time I see modern art, I'm like, oh, isn't that no? You know what belongs there? A statue of a great man. That's what fucking belongs there. A bronze statue to somebody who won a contest for gaining the most land or killing the most Indians or whatever the fuck.
Festival. I already know the name of 3 board members that your friend provided.
In Atlanta, and then you can see if he's offended by the fall.
I don't care who isn't or isn't offended. It's wrong, and it does not.
Again, she doesn't care who's offended. All that matters is her feelings, not the greater part of society. This is why you lose all elections. This is why you lose, because you guys can't even get together on anything. Do you understand that there's Southern people that are probably more moderate and probably would vote Democrat, but then they see you and they go, whoa, 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 is this what happens? No, thank you. You lose voters, you stupid person. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no. I was just going to say, and I don't even understand why Matthew Heimbach's hanging around at car shows. I thought he had a lot of work to do.
Here, and as a white man, you have absolutely no place to tell me whether or not I should be offended.
Yes, I can. Check this out. You shouldn't be offended, you dumb cunt.
Absolutely, because of your race. This is about race, and the fact that you
Sorry.
race from the story of the Confederate flag shows your privilege. Only to white people does the Confederate flag mean nothing.
You are doing racial discrimination right now.
Oh, please. Oh, please. I'm trying to watch my profanity. I did not discriminate against.
She's trying to watch her profanity. She said fuck 700 times. There's children right there, and now she's watching her. You hypocritical, dumb, stupid cunt.
I hurt your feelings, and that's about it. Thank you, sir.
And you know what the car's doing? It's hurting your feelings. Don't you see that that's exactly the same thing?
This woman just, does this video end with her underneath the gearbox?
God, more than anything do I wish.
That I would love.
It would be hilarious if what actually hit her was an Escalade with spinning rims.
It's a mess, and it needs to be moved. And there will be a disturbance here until it's, and you know what? It's not just me. Like I said, I'm
Okay,
one
so
person.
then you should go to jail right now.
If you're saying that you're going to cause a disturbance, then yeah, you should be arrested.
That is how law and order works.
Right.
There
Go
will be a
home
letter
and
writing
work on your fucking letter writing campaign, Shaniqua.
to your board if this is not removed within the hour. The hour.
Within the hour?
Well, then what are you going to do?
What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
I'm assuming she's going to go get, quote, my mans in them.
Oh, is she? Good.
Your opinion is noted.
It's my opinion, yes. But
This poor old man just wants to enjoy his show.
Look, lady, I get it, man. We're just having a car show here. I get it. You was kings and all, but we're just trying to have a good car show, have a good time.
I'm more offended by the fucking Bumblebee Transformer car. That movie sucked. At least Dukes of Hazzard was good.
Yeah, seriously.
Fuck.
Oh, my God. And less racially offensive.
Yeah.
I'm
sorry, but
Transformers cars were a minstrel act.
I'd rather we see the fucking Dukes of Hazzard's car than somebody else bring another Ghostbusters cars to one of these things. We get it.
thousands.
Or fucking 50 Back to the Future DeLoreans. I love Back to the Future. It's one of my favorite movies, but stop. Let's stop.
Of opinions if you don't act right. No, I don't need to take it easy. They need to remove the car.
No, they don't. That's
No.
not
Thank you.
how America works.
And unlike you, America works.
Remove the car. I will be back, or I already have your name and your face and several other
She's going to ask for the manager now.
board members on video. Remove the car. or Thank you. What's your name again?
You said you had it already.
I want it again. I forgot.
my name
Refresh
is,
my memory. Okay. But other people did. They told me David told me who he was passing me off to. So, hang on, baby. And you as a
Hang on, baby.
So I knew it. Was I right? Was I right?
She's cursing and screaming in front of her kid like that, and the car's the problem?
Who called it? Who called it?
Rob Van Dam?
Who called it? Well, yeah, you're right. I should stop doing the Rob
Yeah.
Van Dam thing. But I called it. I said it earlier during this video. She's probably got kids with her. How did I guess? How did I guess that
Check
there's
this
probably more than one?
Check this out.
Sir should not be telling me to calm down. No.
This guy's telling her to calm down. This guy's not a white gentleman telling her to calm down.
I'm not going to get an argument.
But here, you know what? It's something that came up on it. You can't just...
This guy's about to ask her to send Bob's and Vagine, so it's going to be fun.
Unexpected. It's the very first car that people see when they walk in.
In the future, we probably would not have it.
Oh, are you part of this too?
I hate this. I
Yeah,
hate
it's a
people like this.
conspiracy against you, you dumb bitch.
As a person of color, a dark-skinned person of color, you're okay with this?
Yes, yes.
Yes, he
Yes.
clearly
yes.
just expressed that. And,
Yes. Not everyone's you. Not everyone sits there and romanticizes the Civil War like it was only about fucking slaves. Yeah, that was a big part of it. Absolutely. But there was other things about it. You have to fucking understand that it's not all about your fucking victimhood. You stupid, dumb idiot. And I'm using small words that she could understand.
I know that
Fucking done.
I just look, no amount of autistic screaming in the world is going to get people to move the car or the statue or get your lizard woman elected president.
It's not gonna happen.
So have fun with that, you
Fucking
stupid bitch.
Stop. Cars. You know what's really hurting people? I'll tell you what. You know what's hurting people more than that car with a flag? A Muslim getting in a car and running people over and killing them. I wish you were protesting that car. This ad break is brought to you by Home Depot. Revenge of the Sis. We'll be right back.
Orlando, Florida, a city known for its theme parks and resorts. But peace is threatened as a wave of crime has turned this once beautiful vacation destination into a haven for gangs, thugs, and terrorists.
I need backup. Home nightclub. Shots fired. Shots fired.
When an LGBT hotspot is shot up and dozens are killed, two detectives may be this city's only hope to unravel a conspiracy of corruption that goes all the way to the nation's most powerful elite.
This is Grizzly.
Hey, Lopez. Look, it's called Pulse Nightclub. Hey, I bet
Don't. Seriously, dude, just don't. Not now.
When the city finds itself gripped with fear and under attack, Mersh and Lopez keep a cool head as they attempt to unravel the mystery.
I believe these men were targeted simply because they were homosexual. This is a hate crime.
Gross.
It is gross, partner. Targeting people out of hate like that?
No, I meant the gay stuff. That's pretty gross. These two no-nonsense cops are about to find themselves dragged into a world of political intrigue and international terrorism, and they may be the only hope to save the world.
I got a morgue full of dead bodies with neon mesh tank tops, a dead suspect, and no motive. The mayor is on my ass.
There's more to this case than we're seeing, LT. I think it's terrorism.
I agree with Lopez, Chief. It's definitely terrorism. We're dealing with a bigger fish here. As they uncover clues with their incomparable police cop work, Mersh and Lopez get closer to the real masterminds.
Seems like Mateen's phone had some kind of encryption software. It bricked itself.
Damn. So we're screwed, huh?
Well, I managed to get one file off the phone. GPS coordinates that lead to Washington, D.C.
Comet Ping Pong Pizza. Never heard of it.
Feel like grabbing a slice, partner?
Yeah, a slice
Of justice. Yeah, I know. You say it every time.
Yeah, it's kind of my thing.
Yeah, cool. Can leaving now be our thing? Because it's a long drive to D.C.
Coming up next week, Orlando's best detectives are still trying to get to the truth behind the deadliest attack in their city's history. Mersh and Lopez follow a lead that takes them all the way to the nation's capital. But will their case be derailed as they discover a child sex trafficking ring inside of a pizza place? Find out next week on an all-new Revenge of the Sis. Mondays at 4, followed by an all-new Nazi lawyer. Only on USA Network. USA, what are you gonna do? Watch TBS?
Hey guys, it's Mersh and Royce here, and we would like to take a moment to shill like the unprincipled whores that we are. Thank you all for making Revenge of the Sis one of the fastest growing podcasts out there. Having such outspoken, passionate fans spreading the word about our show makes the work that we do that much more rewarding.
You can help us continue growing by doing the following things. Become a direct contributor by going to patreon.com/we're not sorry. You can choose a one-time donation or recurring one. Every penny helps. It helps us produce quality programming we bring you every week. Also, please subscribe on YouTube, iTunes, and make sure you leave a review on iTunes. All three of these things are extremely important and help us in the court of public perception. And most importantly, tell a friend about Revenge of the Sis. Sure, you probably can't tell your normie boss or your significant other's blue-pilled mom, but everyone knows a person who would like our show. Tell that person about us and help us make a new fan. Seriously, don't be a dick. Get us some clicks.
And please follow our wonderful friends at Facebook, the Mad American Network, the Unapologetic Canadian, Social Justice Warriors, and you can always find us hanging out in the Space Right group on Facebook. Once again, from the bottom of our cold black hearts, thank you for supporting us and making this such an amazing experience.
In a world where our very way of life seems to be under attack from all sides, and our freedoms are slowly being ripped away, Guns for Tards is fighting the good fight to help protect America from its enemies by advocating Second Amendment rights for our nation's most vulnerable and often overlooked citizens, the mentally challenged. Our founding fathers believed that a well-armed, trained, and educated citizenry was the key to a free and prosperous society. But Meatloaf also said 2 out of 3 ain't bad. We believe that Tards are our second-to-last line of defense against ISIS, and we at Guns for Tards aim to provide the means and the programs to give proper training and resources to Tards in your area, helping to make the country a safer place. There are over 40 million mentally challenged Americans living today, and by 2020, we plan to arm at least 10% of them. We want to get as many guns in the hands of as many Tards as we can. But we won't be able to do it without your help. So please, pledge your help today. Arm a Tard. It's not that hard. Go to www.gunsfortards.com for more information, or follow us on Facebook or Twitter by searching for Guns for Tards.
Gunsfortards.com. Gunsfortards.com. Extra rounds for folks with downs, helping to protect your town. Gunsfortards.com.
If you weren't able to catch the last Hippo Juice show, here's what you probably missed.
Anita Pedman.
That sounds fake.
Fine. Anita Smith, an administrative assistant, altered records to pocket $75.
Wait, I know Padme. She was actually Queen Amidala.
They're the same people?
Yeah. I know. Blew my mind too.
Why wasn't it just Queen Padme?
Guys, I don't know if you know this, but Anakin didn't like sand.
So coarse.
It was very coarse.
And rough.
It was rough and coarse.
Gets everywhere.
Fucking hate that guy.
He was probably bitter because he tried to fuck Queen Amidala.
I thought about that awful dialogue.
I know, dude.
Since
Watch
I watched it the first
again,
time.
though.
I feel like I blocked it out.
You block it out. You
block it out, and the fact that you brought it up
just—it's so bad, right?
Are you serious? Out of all 8 and then the side movies, that's the only thing I remember from Star Wars.
Is the sand?
Oh, really? Oh, that's funny.
Like, nothing else matters except for maybe credits will do fine. Except,
she does that all the
credits
time.
will do fine.
But, yes.
No, they won't.
Really, seriously, watch the dialogue.
Guess what I have?
Watch the dialogue.
I don't like sand.
Oh, God. Don't do that. Turn it up a bit.
Rough and irritating.
It gets everywhere.
Not like here.
Oh, God, it's so bad. Oh,
Everything is soft.
it's making me cringe. It's making me cringe.
It was like if the host of an NPR special wrote a Match.com bio.
Right.
Yeah, I don't like sand.
Listen to the Hippo Juice show live every Wednesday night, 7 to 9 p.m. on morelikeradio.com.
From Time Life Music comes a one-of-a-kind Rat Pack collection, their most bigoted songs. All your favorite once acceptable hits like Drunk Old Injun.
The drunk old Injun squatting in his teepee, fire water keeping him warm.
Jewish Nose.
She's got a big, beautiful Jewish nose, and it's there 2 minutes early wherever she goes.
Dean Martin singing Chinaman's Chants.
And Mr. Chinaman saying his Chinaman way, a ding-a-ling, a ching-a-chong, a ching-a-chong choo.
Hugh Stinky Frenchman.
Paris is lovely and Nice sure is nice, and Marseille is charming with champagne on ice. But you stinky Frenchmen haven't a clue. Pew stinky Frenchmen, frog you.
Hey there, Fruity.
Hey there, Fruity, you can do my hair. Hey there, Fruity, don't touch me down there. Hey there, Fruity, again, I don't approve.
And many more.
Second hour of Revenge of the Sis, 954-573-2780 if you want to call in. And keep it on topic. That helps a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. No fucking random phone calls. Like, what is that shit about?
Hey, guys.
What's up?
Revenge of the Sis would like to remind you.
I'm listening. Cool. Gonna fucking listen.
Revenge of the Sis would like to remind you. It's okay to be white.
Yeah. By the way, we're finally. I'm happy to say we were talking about it off the air, but we're gonna have to probably eventually make the phone number and the super chat a little bit of maybe a patron only type thing.
Hi, caller. Who's this?
Hi, it's Billy Bob from Virginia. I wanted to talk to you for a second about hateful stereotypes of truck drivers.
Sure.
Specifically, those of the Super Duty variety. I think we've all seen that one that one campaign ad. Am I correct?
Correct. The one where
you guys given your opinion on that yet?
We talked about it on the show yesterday.
Yeah, and I think we made it perfectly
Gillespie.
clear. Yeah, we made it perfectly clear on this show that our opinion is united in that all people who voted for Trump and drive pickup trucks are racists who want to run over children. We agree with that.
Yeah, we
don't
know it's
see a problem
100%
there.
true. Why not?
What's the problem there?
Well, that video is just such a hateful stereotype. I mean, you have to consider what could be going on behind the scenes there. Maybe the driver just really want his stereo back.
That's fair. You know what?
And also, it's a hateful stereotype. I have to deal with this every day in my personal life. People assume that I'm out there looking for small brown children to run over. That is not true. That's Chevy drivers. Those little brown children, they move too fast, you know?
Yeah, and that's
and
the problem.
the other thing is the hijab-wearing child. We are not out there looking for small children wearing hijabs to run over. That is entirely wrong. That's a false. It's hateful to assume that about us. Once that hijab wraps around your driveline, it's just going to make this sound, and it is hell to cut loose. I tell you, you only make that mistake once. I tell you what.
He's right. You do it once you run over somebody wearing a hijab, you got to get a whole wheel alignment after that.
It's
It
this
knocks
whole
the bearings-
thing.
Yeah, sometimes you got to get a new tie
People
rod.
don't understand that people that are in the heavy duty trucks really care about their trucks. They're not just going to run people over willy nilly. Do you know how expensive it is?
Yeah, that's like accusing.
Yeah, those hijabs, they're made out of heavy duty material like Kevlar and nylon and whatnot because they got to resist bomb explosions and shit. I mean, if you watch that video, that little girl wakes up in bed, she sleeps in the damn thing. I tell you what, boy.
That is like.
Anyway, thank you for having me on the air.
No
See ya.
problem.
Thank you.
And I
Appreciate
got to
it.
agree with that gentleman. I mean, that's like accusing everybody of wanting to, smash into flies with their cars.
Right.
They just sometimes, young minority children end up under the gearbox of your truck, or let's say your Dodge Challenger.
To be specific. Very, very specific. Corey Feldman was on Dr. Oz.
He was? Wait a minute. I bet he blew the case wide open today. Did he get his 10 mil? Are we good now? Did he give us the names?
He has not gotten his 10 mil yet. That I'll tell you.
So he's just, wow. I bet he gave us the names, though, because he's a hero. I see all this, I stand with Corey going on Twitter, so I'm assuming that he did the right thing, right?
Okay, let's watch it. Let's see what happened.
I called the Santa Barbara police.
Oh, God. Okay, pause.
All right, stop. It's been
right,
like, all right,
look,
come
man.
on, Corey, you can't dress like that.
Especially
Take it
right after,
seriously.
and especially right after you crowdfunded, you don't show up in a brand new white outfit.
What's wrong with
you? Didn't have that laying around, you asshole. So was 177,000 minus, let's say $80 at Ross. You've already taken money. Ross Dress for Less, new sponsor. Come on, man. We try to get through these videos, guys, but shit like this makes it really hard. By that I mean my penis.
Just got off the phone with them. As
Okay.
you were speaking, I was speaking.
Okay.
And you've claimed that you spoke to them about your abuse in 1993, just to be clear.
It's on record.
And you named names. I listened to the recording. I did not hear the names in the recording.
Because they turned the recording off during that part.
But I did hear you speak to them, so we know that actually
You know
happened.
that I reported I was molested.
Here's what they said. I'm quoting them. We're aware of the statements that Mr. Feldman is making regarding an investigation in
His fucking
1993.
hair is enraging.
It really is. And that's just Dr. Oz. Now let's get to Corey's hair. It's fucking terrible.
Fucking Captain Jack Sparrow over here.
Fucking asshole.
Jesus. Okay, sorry. Let's try to approach this seriously.
3, our records do not indicate that he named any suspects. They want you to reach out to them.
Oh, I'd be more than happy to.
Would you call them right after the show?
Absolutely.
Why haven't
by
you
the way,
already called them and say, guys,
he
I said
looks
this to you. How can
panicking.
you not at least acknowledge?
Because they've never acknowledged it until today, and they're acknowledging it by saying they don't have any recollection.
Today is the first day that they are acknowledging that they've spoken to you?
Well, it's the first day anybody's, I think, gone to them for a comment, but it's the first time I've heard any recount from them at all.
You should have subscribed.
No, I'm not subscribing, Oz.
He looked like he was panicking.
Yes.
I think old Corey, I'm not discounting his recollection of things and what
No.
happened to him, but I am going to question his recollection of telling people and naming names. I think that he didn't. I don't think he did. I don't think he did it back then. I don't think he's going to do it now.
No.
And I'm not blaming him. He's probably, look, if old flexible funding Feldman, if old flexible funding Core had not done a crowdfunding thing, I would be much more inclined right now to hashtag I stand with Corey. But I'm starting to just not believe things he says and does, because I feel like when is he, other than when he had that disastrous band thing, which he also crowdfunded, but when in the last 15 years has Corey Feldman ever gotten any press when it didn't have something to do with Hollywood pedophiles? Corey's gonna name things. This has been a hustle for 15 years with him. I don't like Corey. I don't like his stupid hair, and I don't like his dumb outfit. I think he could have put a fucking suit on for this. Maybe had given the fucking topic a little bit of dignity.
Yeah,
Cut
but
your
you
fake
know how
hair.
hard it is to find a female power suit that fits his physique?
In Hollywood?
Yeah. I want to get his test to check too.
But I'm saying in Hollywood,
Probably pretty easily.
it's
you're right.
probably way harder to get suits in our size.
That's a very good point. Hey, where can you go to Hollywood? Hey, where can I find a suit for me?
Do you have a men's section
You
at
could-
all?
You could try Nevada.
I think there's a bridal shop right over the border in Arizona. People there are a little bit bigger.
Go to the state line. You could buy clothes for real people, I guess.
Oh my God, that's so true though. We'd probably go there and be like, "There's nothing here.
I can't
All the
find
shoes
anything
are
for me."
9 and below. I can't do anything.
Very tiny
It's
people.
like going to Japan.
Very tiny people.
We are very small people. Very small penis.
Didn't you say he named one person though?
He did name one guy.
Who?
A fucking extra from like 2 Corey movies.
Okay.
That's it. That's all he ever did. He keeps saying there was this A-lister man and he raped me and he's still out there working in Hollywood. Not from what I can see. He was in License to Drive and Dream a Little Dream.
Both great movies.
Both classic films.
I've never heard of them.
You never seen those?
No.
Nigga, did you not have cable growing up?
I did have cable growing up, but I didn't have basic cable. I had HBO.
Oh, good point.
So I was watching things like Dick Tracy and Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Okay, that's fair. But no, they had.
I wasn't. You look at me. Do I look like I watch any Corey Haim and Corey Feldman vehicles? No, thank you.
Yeah, I grew up with 3 sisters.
I get it.
So I mean, I seen all the Corey stuff. But yeah, they started being in some real dog shit there towards the end, and he was in a lot of the dog shittier ones. But he was the guy that was literally, he was in 2 films. They were both Corey Feldman, Corey Haim movies. I'm pretty, and he played like the taxi driver. Like, I'm pretty sure you could have gotten him fired from the set. We're not talking Harvey Weinstein here. We're not talking fucking who was the guy that was running Disney back then? Not like Michael Eisner came and butt fucked you in the middle of the day, and you're like, holy shit, I can't tell anybody the guy who made Disney what it is.
Not many people know what it takes to become a Mouseketeer, by the way.
It was some jagoff named John Grissom who was in 2 Corey movies.
Now here's the problem.
Corey's hair and his outfit.
Here's the other
He
problem.
couldn't even get on fucking Maury Povich. He had to go on Dr. Oz.
Okay, here's the third
He's
problem.
on like the 11th most watched daytime show.
That's not true. A bunch of hens watch Dr. Oz.
Steve Wilkos would have been a better option.
Fucking sick of that guy. Okay. I know. I've been trapped at a fucking muffler shop before and had to see Steve Wilco.
I was a cop in Chicago. We'll chase these guys
Oh,
down. Don't
God.
worry. Hey, after the show, we're going to set you up with some counselors and stuff. I mean, you're going to have to pay for them.
I'm teaming up with Bo Dietl to take down fucking Subway.
Hey. And he does that thing.
Yeah.
He gets all quiet. What happened, man? Talk to me.
No. You
I
fucking
used to be
weirdo.
a cop in Chicago.
Yeah, who cares? No one cares. So was fucking Mike. So was fucking Mike in Breaking Bad.
Fucking Maury would have gotten something more out of this prick.
So there's this other guy named John Grissom on Facebook, on YouTube.
Yeah.
And
I
he is
actually found this
getting
guy
bombarded.
I found this poor fuck. And the thing is, this has gone so far as now he was, because I double checked. I looked up John Grissom and Corey Feldman.
Already
and
better than CNN.
I went to IMDb. This dude was pictured. Like, it's gotten to that point. So, like, what? Like, it was like some kind, or a Wikipedia. It was some kind of page where I went, okay, it's the guy. So we went and I watched this video. Before we watch this video, I'll just fast forward, then we can watch the video. As I was watching this video, I realized this guy's a little weird, but he didn't seem kind of off. Then I started reading the comments. Fuck you, you pedophile piece of shit. You're going to burn in hell. Your soul's going to burn for all eternity. I can't wait till they fucking lock you up and kill you. All this shit, right? We're coming after you. We're going to dox you. So I'm watching the video and I'm like, and then there's another video on the guy, and I'm starting looking at the comments, and there's a guy that says, I'm sorry for all the pain I caused this guy. I've taken down the video on my channel. I apologize. This is not the guy who molested Corey Feldman. So this poor guy with 10 subscribers has a little YouTube channel where he just babbles. And he's getting fucking hammered. Right
Well, let's
now.
hear the not pedophile
This
John
poor-
Grissom.
Oh, you're gonna feel bad. This is the best.
You know what sucks? You know that this is happening because when you click here the YouTube next video, look what the next video.
Yeah, this guy is now Corey Feldman's molester, whether he likes it or not.
Here we go.
That's how the internet works.
Well, I mean, I think Corey Feldman was molested whether he liked it or not. For being fair.
All right,
let's play.
Hello, everyone. I'm John Grissom. Today, I want to discuss to you.
He wants to discuss to you.
I want to discuss to you.
Didn't this guy just call in?
First of all, General Lee is not a racist automobile. A car cannot be racist.
I am literally freaking out!
But a car cannot be racist.
What's your name?
Any more than a car.
What's your name?
Ma'am, a car cannot be any more racist than a kid hungry. Can you have a seat? I'll explain it to him. Okay.
About my hair. Yes, as you can see, I got long hair.
Okay. This guy's giving off a pedal
And
at first.
I know that, Joyce don't like it because, you know it.
There's something about the air conditioning running in the background
Just
that makes
drives
it
you-
that much worse.
But better in this case. If it were somebody trying to do a real show, I'd be like, get a hold of yourself.
Fucking
For
moron.
this, it makes it better.
Yes.
Really, men is supposed to have short hair, while women...
Really, mans are supposed to have short hair. I've been saying.
This guy's the fucking greatest. Dude. Now, keep in mind, right? We know now because I spoiled it that, yeah, this guy's not Corey
He's not the
Feldman's
guy,
molester.
so don't bother him.
But keep in mind, while I watched this video, I still had it in my mind that this was the dude who was porking poor Corey Feldman as a kid. So I was having nightmares while I was watching this video. Hey, Corey, you like my long hair? This guy's the best. I feel so bad for him.
He's like Benjamin Franklin's autistic brother.
He's like, is he related to Tarantino, maybe?
Possibly. This might be Tarantino.
I want to talk about my hair. And also, do I got a sign out front of my house?
Women have long hair. But in today's...
No, I know what he looks like. I just figured it out. He looks like Danny DeVito. He looks like Frank in Always Sunny. I just figured that's who he is.
Okay, look, it's Always Sunny, people. If you're watching this hit show, and I know you are, this guy, he did molest Corey Feldman. Hook, this guy needs a gig, man. Make this dude famous.
world, you have men out there that got long hair.
Would you like an egg in this trying time?
Bro, this guy loves to talk about hair.
You know what's bothering me? This.
That, and you know what the best part is? This guy has 2 videos in like 3 years. This guy really likes his hair.
as well. And here's something else that I don't like. What
Okay.
Uh-oh, he's about to start dropping some truth bombs. You guys ready to get woke?
No.
And let me tell you something else about my hair. Also, I did not fuck Corey Feldman. I did, however, masturbate to a Tiger Beat cover that had Corey Haim on it.
All right, let's sorry. No, it's okay.
What some of these women out here do, and that's this. Some of them cut their hair like a boy, and that's not right either. Because they don't look good either when they do stuff like that.
Now, also, pause. I'm sorry.
But
pause.
even the Bible says,
But can you understand now why somebody would read a story, a hysterically, hastily written article on like heavy.com about Corey Feldman getting molested by John Grissom, and you'll Google John Grissom, and this is the video? I could understand why some people might be a little passionate, a little quick to jump the gun, so to speak, in the comments section. But please don't attack this
Leave him
guy.
alone.
He didn't diddle Feldman.
All right, let's go back. You want to go back to playing this?
you know that men supposed to have short hair while women have long hair. But
That's always good to leave
here,
in.
let me give you an example how long my hair is.
Oh no,
I can see
Chair
it.
around here so y'all can see it.
Oh boy, he's gonna bring all the boys to the yard with his milkshake right now. What is that?
No.
Oh my God, he's turning around.
That's pretty good. He wants to give us a full perspective of his
A 360 of his horror?
Of his horror.
Of his horror? I like his horror.
Let me go on for another. How much longer is in this video?
Oh no, I
This
I
is a
can't play.
minute-
I can't play anymore.
I know you can't play anymore, but I just want to point out we're 1 minute and 40 seconds into a 5-minute video.
And he said 4 words
about his hair.
His horror.
But we can't keep this.
I can't. I'm losing my mind. I'm sorry. I'm done.
Please don't harass this guy.
Oh, there's Bodito.
I looked into him, and apparently he's like retarded or some shit, like legit. Obviously. But I don't fuck with. That's not the guy who diddled Corey. Leave
I
him.
love after what we just did, we tell everybody to leave him alone. We did. Listen, we did it for you, so you don't have to do it.
Yeah,
okay?
I mean, but we're not telling him his fucking soul's gonna burn his hell
No,
and be tormented. Like we, you know, this is the show. Look, part of this show is investigative journalism, politics, truth seeking, and then some of it we just find a video of some retard, and we're like, all right, we're gonna play this.
Also, a small percentage is karate training. We
Some
don't
of it.
bring it up often, but off air, we're breaking boards.
Yeah, we are. I mean, I'm up to 1.
Yeah, 1. All right, I'm also up to 1, but we're doing really good.
Also, I can't feel both of my hands.
All right, that's another good point. Our hands are definitely broken. They're 100% broken.
This show is probably the fraction of karate training on the show is probably going to get reduced drastically from 1% to 0%.
I think we're going down to 0% of karate training because we're not really good at it.
At least until my hands stop.
Until they start, bleeding too. Also, if you're going to break a board, make sure it's not already a load-bearing board in your house.
Yeah, and also, guys, men's is supposed to have short hair.
Man's. This is, you want to hear what Good Housekeeping has to say?
Never have I ever in my life had that.
Boy, are you in luck.
Okay, he's not.
This is what it's like to fall in love with your brother.
He's not even listening to me. Like, he's just doing the story. It's just.
This is what it's like to fall in love with your brother. You're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it. You're doing the story, whether you like it or not. I'm going to make everyone look at it, too. That way we're not the only ones suffering. Until she was 40, Melissa thought she was an only child. For the first decade of her life, she grew up happily in a suburban upper middle class area of the Great Lakes. By the way, get ready. They're already villainizing the middle class and anyone that lives by the Great Lakes.
Protected in their little gated communities where they hated minorities.
Seriously, yeah.
Jesus, relax.
Then her father committed suicide, and soon after, she says her mother's mental health began to decline.
Gee, what if there's any correlation?
I don't think so. I had to be the caretaker, Melissa said, sharing about her mother's shoplifting, peeing in public, and other weird behaviors. Now, again, I want to see how they're going to segue this into her falling in love with her brother. This is going to be a great one. I can't wait for this twist.
I also want to know where this mom was peeing in public, because that adds a lot of context to when you get arrested for peeing in public. Like, was it just right in front of the open door of a 7-Eleven? Then yeah, it's weird. Was it like, behind a building because you were drunk and didn't have anywhere to go?
Because I've done that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Often live with them and the teenage daughter have guys stay overnight. When Melissa was 14, her much older lover was allowed to move in for a time, too.
Oh, so she's a piece of shit. Okay.
There were no boundaries, she says, of her mother, who died several years ago. She spoiled me rotten and let me do anything, probably because she felt guilty for hiding who I really was. A shocking revelation. In January 2015, a Facebook friend request came from Chris, a man she didn't know, and her world shifted drastically again. When I messaged and asked how I knew him, he said, "If I really told you, you wouldn't believe it," she says. I pushed and he said, "Your dad was not your dad. Your mom lied to you your whole life about who your father was." Chris claimed to be the stepson of Melissa's real biological father, who had recently died. He said he grew up knowing his stepfather and had a secret child out there, and even tried to contact Melissa for years, but her mother was always intervened. He knew all this information about me, she says. Of course, I was flipping out. She asked to meet Chris in person. Though she was raised to believe her mother's husband was in fact her father, Melissa learned that 4 decades before, her mother had an affair and became pregnant with another man's child. The news got even more startling before his affair with Melissa's mother, and eventually the marriage to Chris's mother and biological father was married for the first time. Melissa had several half-siblings. It's also crazy. I was dumbfounded. After meeting Chris, the stepbrother gave her contact information to Brian, one of her half-siblings, and Brian, 45, immediately reached out to her on Facebook with simple note, "Well, I guess I'm your brother." He says he asked her if she was doing okay with all the news. I knew it was a huge life-changing thing.
All right, when did they bang?
Would you relax? Do you fast forward through pornos too? That's where things started getting a little bit weird, says Melissa. She remembered having an immediate and intense reaction to hearing Brian's voice. I don't really know how to describe it, but I was really attracted to it. Later that night, the pair separately scrolled through each other's photos on Facebook as she looked at the images of Brian's life as a musician, friend, and husband. Unexpected feelings stirred. I was confused. I was attracted to him. Then in bed, I started having actual sexual fantasies, Melissa concedes. I thought there's nothing wrong with it. Something isn't right. That there's something wrong with it. Something isn't right. 2 hours away in the home, he shared with his wife. Brian experienced the same thing. I was mourning my father and seeing her like new life, like I'm so blessed to have a sister, he says, but he admits her photos made him feel very turned on. I thought I must be sick and terrible human being. Now, remember, this isn't those like forums in the porn sites where people write like...
This is a letter to Hustler.
Right, there you go. That's what I meant to say. This isn't a letter to Hustler where people are lying and, that weird fake incest porn or like Taboo 2 or whatever.
Fanfic.
Yeah, this isn't that. This is good housekeeping. Now, by the way, what about this story has anything to do with good housekeeping, with good or housekeeping?
I have nothing.
Yeah, I know. 2 hours away in the home.
Keeping your bloodline tidy.
Anyway, he said he got very turned on. He said, I thought I must be sick and terrible human being. You are. Desperate to meet. 2 days later, Melissa drove 2 hours during a Monday night Midwestern snowfall to meet with her brother. When she saw him standing in a frigid air outside his office building, she felt a connection that was instant and electric.
Yeah, it's your brother.
Yeah, I love my sister too, but not like that.
But I mean, you would feel some kind of like, oh shit, you know what I mean? Like that's.
Yep. The feeling was mutual. The pair shyly hugged, and they had trouble looking at each other, part because it was like gazing in a mirror.
And also because he had his dick out.
Which I'm sure didn't help. They drove together to a nearby bar, and on the way, Brian grabbed Melissa's hand and found himself telling her everything. He started divulging these deep, dark secrets, everything he's never told anyone, she says. I'm doing the same. We're talking nonstop, insane and enthralled. After a quick drink, they got back in the car and were quickly tearing at each other's clothes like teenagers. We couldn't keep our hands off each other. Yes, you could. It was primal. No, it wasn't. And we were also scared.
These are all excuses.
You should be scared.
You sound like Kevin Spacey right now.
Yeah. Kevin Spacey was also probably allegedly really attracted to the 14-year-old. Doesn't mean he should act on it.
Yeah, dude. You know how many people I've been intensely attracted to? And honestly, there have been people where we were mutually attracted to each other, but perhaps we were both socially committed to other people. Or you don't just fucking do it because it's like, oh, it was primal. Like, no, you just don't fuck. It's called being a responsible human being. It's your brother, dude. It's your sister, dude. Bruh, whatever.
There must be some natural explanation for what these feelings Brian remembers thinking, and according to them, there is. The half-siblings say that they are prime examples of genetic sexual attraction. The term was coined by Barbara Gagnoy in 1980s after she experienced an attraction to the adult son she had placed for adoption as an infant. That's gross. She later started a support group for other families. That entire support group, the door should be locked if they want to fuck their kids, and just burn it down. She later started a support group for families. While the American Psychological Association does not use the term, the American Psychological Association does not even use the term. GSA is what it sounds like. A phenomenon that occurs when two family members who were separate early in life eventually meet and experience its intense sexual attraction to each other, though not all act on it. Yeah, those are called adults.
Yeah, those are called human beings.
Who have impulse control. You don't have to be Jamie Lannister. No one's making you.
This is
gross,
but it's another symptom. It's not like a disease. It's a symptom of a disease. It's the breakdown of everything. The nuclear family, the everybody just kind of indulging themselves. Who cares? I'll just, fuck this person. I'll cheat. I'll do this. I'll leave this. I'll break this social contract. I'll break this boundary. We've been conditioned to be okay with all this. They're conditioning us to be cool with incest. They're trying to rush this shit up, man. They're trying to get us conditioned to be okay with pedophilia and incest and all this stuff and make it normal and normalize it. It's fucking gross. It's all gross.
It says, on the way home, Melissa called a friend to explain what happened. The friend immediately inundated with the articles of GSA. I felt a little bit better seeing this out there. That's like saying, oh, I'm into fucking kids, but other kids fuck kids. So I felt better when I talked to other people who fuck kids. And I wasn't crazy, Melissa says. And while
I wouldn't put it on the level of fucking kids.
No, I get it, but I'm just using an extreme example.
I know. I'm just being fair.
Yeah,
that it's a wrong impulse, but at least if they are using protection and not having a kid or anything, it is a fairly victimless crime. I mean, I'd say they're both mentally ill and they both need to be shunned and shamed.
Right.
But it's to me, it's like, kid banging would be like. But but to Royce's point, it is true. It is like going, oh, I found out I had this sick pathology. Then I found a group of people that have that sick pathology, and I'm like, oh, cool. There's other people like me.
It would be like going to a sex addicts club where all they do is fuck people. Like, you'd be like, why am I doing it? You're helping the behavior continue. Social scientists and psychologists have long researched how society's prohibition against incest evolved. Okay. It's essentially nature's way of protecting humans from passing along the genetic mutations and disease risks that happen more commonly with close relatives, explains Deborah Lieberman, a professor of psychology at the University of Miami. Fuck. The dominant theory first proposed...
You.
God damn it. I'm a University of Miami football fan, so that fucking hurts.
Man.
The dominant theory first proposed by Finnish social scientist Edward Westmark is that people become desensitized to those that are raised alongside. Westmark hypothesis and my reason... That's not true, though, because I know a lot of stories of kids who were not related, but, a girl and a guy who have been friends since they were 7-8 years old, and they grew up together, and then they fall in love. I know a couple people actually that,
and that's fine.
I know that's my point. They're saying that the reason that siblings aren't attracted to each other is because they're raised alongside each other, but that's not necessarily true.
No, of course not. And it's.
I understand. Of course, you don't want to make mongoloid babies. I believe the scientific term, but there's something else to it. There's this weird other thing where you don't do it. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know. It's Yeah, I don't think you're wrong because it's just again, I've never been.
Tell
in
me if this is wrong. 2 weeks after they met, Brian left his wife. He had a wife when he had sex.
So
with
this
her.
is a compulsion issue. This is a fucking illness. This isn't. Has nothing to do. That kind of sudden behavior that's not love. That's not planning. That's not building anything. That's just destroying your own life on an impulse.
Melissa wasn't the reason I left, but she was my catalyst. My marriage had been over for a while, probably because you wanted to fuck your sister. I just didn't know how to get out of it, probably by fucking your sister. Go to marriage counseling. Go to church. He hasn't told his ex or his mother or sibling about sexual parts of his relationship with Melissa, but his grown-up daughter from another marriage knows. His daughter gets that I'm weird. It's more than weird. Brian says describing himself as artistic. I would say autistic. She was initially shocked, but as she thought about it, she knows that my sister can heal me in ways that other people can't. Oh, it's gross.
That is
Brian says
really
she's
gross.
That's gross, right?
I mean, honestly, that would be gross if you and your wife said that.
It's yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like, there's just certain things you go ew, but then you compound it by going, oh, they're also brother and sister, and you're like,
double
gross.
gross.
Come on, ew.
Double gross. So it says, even though her kids don't know everything, they're aware she has some sort of relationship with Brian.
Cool. So you're banging your brother, and they're cool.
So they've met once. She sleeps over at his house every Saturday.
And can I say this too? Again, another problem with our society. We got rid of this idea a long time ago. Like, it started in the 60s, and there's became this huge celebration of, yay, no shame. No, stop having shame. There's no shame and blah, blah, blah. There's no shame and blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of fucking shame and a lot of shit. And people need to start being shamed again. You should feel fucking shame. That's your body and your conscience telling you, all right, it's fucking gross. And when you just, there's no shame. We're losing. When people like this, right, like friends or family or people that know something's up and they don't say anything, we're contributing to a culture where there's no shame. There should be fucking shame. If you're doing shit like that, if I thought Royce was banging his sister, I would be like, are you banging your, like, and again, sure, I'd probably need some compelling evidence, but it would get to a point where you'd go, all right, there's enough evidence piling up. Are you banging your sister? And if he goes, yeah, you're like, that's shame. Shame. We need that in our society again. Shame.
Even though her kids don't know everything, they're aware that she
They
has
know.
some sort of relationship with Brian.
They know.
They're not dumb, and obviously they're going to that's going to look weird. She admits the girls are angry. The girls are angry or upset when she returns. My daughters view him as an infiltrator, as some guy who fell from the sky and made their mother go nuts, be gone, and make her be gone all the time. Melissa says there's a lot of animosity in my house. I'm living a double life. There should be animosity, because instead of doing what's best for your children and not fucking that one dude and going on Match.com, going on fucking Tinder, going on regular dates, look, it's okay to be a single mom. There's nothing wrong with that.
Shame. Shame.
But if you're looking for a relationship, be a human being. You understand that you think you're so selfish. This woman is so selfish that she believes her primal sexual needs are more important than her children and what she may be teaching their children. Because I guarantee you, if she were to come home and her daughters were scissoring, she wouldn't be okay with it.
Yeah, well, I mean, and he
maybe she would. Maybe I'm wrong. I hope not.
And he deserves even more shame because he's the fucker that left his whole family and his wife and everything for his sister. That's gross, man. What kind of message are you teaching your kids now? And then how bad are you fucking your kids up? That ever gets out and they get teased that your fucking dad left you for his sister?
Oh, but
Jesus
on.
Christ.
I'm sorry. I apologize. Melissa's not a single mother. She's still married. But divorce is not an option right now. Melissa plans to get her daughters through the rest of their childhood in a stable, consistent environment as possible.
Oh, actually, that's a good idea. Actually, I can't. That's the one thing. Like, okay.
But believe me, I want to leave. She says, I struggle every day because my heart's with him. That's the most difficult part for me. What's the most difficult part for the husband that you're lying to and making a fucking fool out of? Still, she has a couple of her closest confidants, Kimberly, who has been her friend for more than 15 years, consoled Melissa to slow down when she first met Brian. Counseled, sorry. The emotions were running high. Kimberly recalls every time she saw him, it was just more intense.
Shame. Shame. Sorry. Keep throwing in shames throughout this.
You should. Slowly, she started to accept her friend's new brother lover. As she jokingly calls him, hey, let's all laugh about it. Even though joining them for drinks a couple times. Okay, so you're encouraging it. When I met him, it all clicked. Kimberly says, I don't understand it, but I can see their connection. It's magic. It's like gravity.
Yeah, it's like fucking incest gravity that you should go in fucking jail for.
I'm not going to read more of this.
It's like, you know what it is? It's like gravity. You know what else is like gravity? Fucking mental illness. Because once you fucking plummet off the edge, you're just going to keep teetering closer and closer to hell. Shame!
All of you.
Shame.
All of you. Anyway.
Shame, shame, shame.
You know, if I knew we weren't going to get demonetized, I'd play it.
Shame, shame, shame. We might, dude, I'm so good at singing.
Yeah.
We might meet.
No, you're not.
The algorithm might have just caught it and been like, bro.
I highly doubt it.
Bam.
It's time to shill, though.
Yeah, before we shill for us, I want to shill for New York. New York needs a new mayor, folks. And if you don't vote for Bo Dietl to join, I mean, this is the timeline for it. Trump's president, Kid Rock's running for Senate.
Mayor
Vote for
Bo Dietl.
If we're gonna go down, let's go down in style. Patreon.com/We're Not Sorry.
That's how you help us.
ROTC Media. on Twitter.
ROTC Media on Twitter. Tell your
else?
friends. Subscribe. Hit the bell, too. That way we pop up when we go live. All right, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.